Mothers are increasingly bringing home more money and, in some cases, more than their spouses.
Yeah, a Pew Research Center poll shows the continual increase over the last 50 years. News Channel 9's John Madewell found one married mother who was part of this growing trend. John.
Well, Kim and Calvin, several factors have driven mothers up in the breadwinning category. Women now make up almost 50% of the workforce, and they're more likely than men to have bachelor's degrees. Today, we found a mother who fits into that category, but with a different twist.
I heard it this morning on the radio and I thought, hey, that's what that's our situation right now.
Jenee Hendereson is part of the growing trend of mothers being the main breadwinner. She's a home health physical therapist, while her husband Josh holds a master's degree in marriage and family therapy. This afternoon, she stopped home from work to chat with us and see her two daughters.
Going in? In? There you go. There we go.
But Josh spends his days taking care of Larkin and Bryleigh. About a year ago, they decided she would work full-time and he would be the stay-at-home parent.
Well, just in general, with the health field the way it is, physical therapy is in high demand. So I just was able to, with that profession, make more income than his would. So that's the reason we decided to make it that way.
On a whole, it's a blessing. It's a privilege to be at home with the girls, but I have moments where, my pride is pricked and I have to remind myself of the importance.
Here's a look at the changing times. In the last 50 years, mothers have moved up to being the main provider in 40% of households. Single mothers account for 25% of that number, while married mothers like Jenee make up the other 15%.
For single mothers, I just think it's amazing what they do to have to go into the workforce and leave their children in situations like daycare where there's no other option at this point in time, and they take over that role, and I think they're incredible ladies.
And this couple welcomes the progress mothers have made in the workforce.
With equality, equalism that is of our society, I think that probably women on a whole would be very satisfied and content.
I think it would be very empowering to women to know that they have the opportunities out there to be like the male was in that 30 years ago, to be in that position now. I think it's very empowering.
Now, when Jenee worked part-time, Josh worked 3 different jobs. But when a relative who had provided daycare moved, they decided Jenee would bring home the bacon. Now, Josh works part-time now, and after both children are in school, he plans to return to full-time counseling.